If you carry the letter M or the crescent moon mark on your hands, understand this: it is not a meaningless detail. These markings are ancient spiritual seals, engraved on your body as living reminders of a mission that transcends this reality. Few people have them. Even fewer understand what they truly mean. But if you carry them, your soul knows you have been set apart, chosen, and prepared for a purpose that goes far beyond the material world. This message didn't reach you by coincidence. Perhaps, at this very moment, you are feeling the stirring of heaven calling your name. Perhaps, without even realizing it, you are approaching the time of ascension, the moment when the truly awakened will be recognized and elevated to live what they've always felt but never quite knew how to name. So before we move forward, do 3 things that will activate the power of this message in your life. Subscribe to this channel to walk alongside other awakened souls. Comment, "I carry the mark and I know who I am." And stay with us until the end, because what is about to be revealed could change your life. Get ready. The awakening begins now. Since time immemorial, spiritual masters and hidden traditions have recognized that some marks on the human body are not genetic accidents, but sacred inscriptions. The letter M and the crescent moon, when visible on the palms of the hands, should never be dismissed as mere coincidences. They are ancient codes, traces inherited from elevated spiritual lineages, and their presence signifies far more than what the physical eye can perceive. In many cultures, these marks are believed to function as energetic portals, visible signs that the individual carries a deeper connection with the spiritual realm, a divine calling that cannot be ignored. Those who bear these signs often exhibit an unusual sensitivity from an early age. They are able to perceive what others cannot see, to feel what others overlook, and to receive messages from the universe before they ever manifest in the physical world. But here lies the deeper truth. No matter how sacred, these marks can remain dormant. And when they go unrecognized and unactivated, all the power they carry remains like a buried treasure, unreachable. That is why this is not merely a call to awareness. It is an invitation to action. Recognizing your marks is the first step. The second is activating the power they hold. The M and crescent moon are not simple adornments on your skin, they are keys. Spiritual keys that, when understood and activated, open portals of perception, connection, and manifestation. Yet what few understand is that the power of these keys depends on an inner decision, the choice to awaken. A dormant mark is like a seed buried in fertile soil, but never exposed to the light and water it needs to bloom. The awakening begins with recognition. When you look at your hands and see these marks with reverence, you're taking the first step toward unlocking what already exists within you. Next, you must purify your mind and energetic field, because a key will only turn when the lock is clean. This means releasing limiting thoughts, heavy emotions, and inherited beliefs that weaken your original vibration. The letter M is directly connected to the 3 main lines of the hand: the head line, the heart line, and the lifeline. This alignment shows that it governs the balance between thought, emotion, and action. The crescent moon, usually located near the mount of Venus or at the base of the thumb, is a lunar signature tied to deep intuition, soul cycles, and hidden wisdom. When either of these marks is recognized and activated, they become powerful spiritual tools to transform the course of your life. But take heed. Possessing the mark does not guarantee transformation. Activation requires intention, discipline, and a daily choice to remain awake. And it is precisely this awakening that we will explore in the next chapter. When the marks of the letter M and the crescent moon appear on your hands, the universe is whispering something profound. You carry within you an ancient code, a reminder that your soul was sent to earth with a higher purpose, and now the time has come to answer that call. But what does that truly mean? And how are these marks connected to the energy of spiritual awakening? The letter M, as we've already explored, intersects essential lines of the palm, forming a bridge between the heart, the mind, and the spirit. This makes it a symbol of deep connection and divine purpose. The crescent moon vibrates in harmony with celestial cycles and the collective unconscious, revealing that the bearer of this mark possesses a rare sensitivity and intuitive ability to perceive the invisible and walk between worlds. These marks were not placed on you by chance. They are visible reminders that awakening is not something external, it is a return to who you have always been. That's why those who carry them often feel different, out of place, and frequently misunderstood. Because this world programmed to keep souls asleep does not easily recognize those who came to break patterns, to heal, to guide, and to illuminate. Answering this call is uncomfortable at first. It requires you to let go of old versions of yourself, to question imposed beliefs, and to face a series of spiritual trials. But it also offers something incomparable: the freedom to be who you were born to be, the power to create a reality aligned with your essence, and the wisdom to inspire other souls to awaken too. These marks on your hands are, in truth, maps. And by recognizing them with humility and courage, you become the conscious navigator of your own destiny. So how do you activate this map? Acknowledging the presence of the letter M and the crescent moon in your hands is only the first step. The true awakening begins when you choose to consciously activate the power these marks hold. For this, there is a simple yet deeply transformative path: the 7-day ritual. It is not merely a sequence of actions, but a sacred process of inner reprogramming, where each step prepares your energetic field to manifest your truest self. Day 1: Observation and recognition. Spend a few minutes observing your hands under natural light or candlelight. Gaze at your marks with reverence, as divine signs confirming your mission. Feel gratitude for carrying something so sacred. Day 2: Internal purification. Before sleep, visualize a white light descending through your arms and into your palms, dissolving blocks and limiting thoughts. This cleansing creates space for new energy to enter. Day 3: Lunar alignment. If possible, meditate during the full moon phase. Visualize moonlight touching your hands, energizing the letter M and crescent moon with clarity, protection, and inner power. Day 4: Declaration of purpose. Write down your deepest desires and spiritual intentions on paper. Place your hands over it and read each purpose with full presence, as if they are already true. Let your palms vibrate with your words. Day 5: Sonic vibration. In a moment of silence, chant a sacred sound, such as the mantra Om, or another that resonates with your soul. The vibration will activate the energetic frequencies of your palms, awakening latent currents. Day 6: Aligned action. Live in accordance with what you've declared. Do something that embodies your intentions. Offer kindness, care for your body, or meditate more deeply. Making the invisible visible through action is essential. Day 7: Integration and gratitude. On the final day, reflect on what you felt. Your hands may feel lighter, warmer, or simply at peace. Give thanks. Gratitude seals the process and keeps your energetic channel awakened. This ritual is not a promise of instant miracles, but it is a powerful tool to align your vibration with the truth of your being. Many who complete these 7 days report heightened intuition, surprising synchronicities, vivid dreams, and even subtle physical transformations. But above all, they feel more alive, more whole, and more aware of what they are truly capable of manifesting. When the letter M or the crescent moon appears on the hands of a chosen one of the most remarkable gifts awakened is the ability to attract abundance. But here, abundance is not limited to money or material wealth. It manifests as a state of fullness that permeates every area of life. Relationships, opportunities, accurate intuitions, and even timely answers from the universe during crucial moments. These marks act as portals of vibrational attunement. The more you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with gratitude and generosity, the more you become a magnet for experiences of expansion. Abundance in this state is not just about receiving, it is about multiplying. It is about being a channel of blessings for the world around you. A simple yet powerful practice is to take a moment each day for gratitude after completing the activation ritual. With your hands gently open over your heart, visualize a golden light radiating from the M and the crescent moon. Feel this light touching every area of your life, and silently give thanks. It could be something small, a smile received, a moment of rest, or an elevated thought. This daily gratitude generates a vortex of expansion that dispels fear and opens the gates of manifestation. This is how spiritual marks become active forces, by being cultivated with awareness. The abundance they awaken is not random, it is the natural response of a universe that operates according to frequency. And when your frequency is loving, generous, and grateful, you begin to notice that everything starts to align with ease, with synchronicity, with purpose. When the letter M, or the crescent moon, is present on the hands of a chosen one, they do not act merely as spiritual symbols. They also serve as indicators of a latent vitality, which can be awakened, strengthened, and channeled to transform the body itself into a temple of pure energy. These marks are often connected to the main lines of the hand, the heart line, the head line, and the lifeline, forming a sort of sacred triangle that balances mind, emotion, and life force. When activated with awareness, they begin to emit a vibration that harmonizes the person's entire energetic field, directly reflecting on their physical, emotional, and spiritual health. Many report, after activating these marks, a noticeable improvement in aspects such as quality of sleep, daily vitality, mental clarity, and even physical symptoms that once seemed chronic. This happens because, by aligning your inner energy, the body responds. It stops fighting unconscious tensions and starts flowing with the universal life force. To maintain this elevated vibration, it's essential to cultivate healthy habits that honor the temple of the spirit. Eating consciously, seeking silence through meditation, walking in nature, breathing deeply, and staying hydrated become sacred acts. In this context, health is not just the absence of illness, but the presence of wholeness, well-being, and integration. The letter M and the crescent moon are not merely marks on the body, they are awakening codes. When honored, nourished, and activated, they transform the body into a channel of healing and light. The vitality that flows from them prepares the chosen one to fulfill their mission in this world with courage, balance, and a deep connection to the source. Among the lines that form the letter M and the crescent moon on the hands, one often originates from the heart line, the line that governs our deepest emotions, our capacity to love, and to connect with others. When these spiritual marks are activated, they not only enhance emotional sensitivity, but awaken a new level of affective consciousness. It is as if each feeling gains a life of its own. Love becomes more intense, compassion more present, empathy more powerful. This does not signify emotional fragility, but rather an expanded heart, capable of embracing both pain and joy with spiritual maturity. The chosen ones begin to feel more deeply, to perceive nuances in gestures, to detect emotion in silence, and to connect with others through an invisible channel that goes far beyond words. Often, this emotional opening can feel overwhelming, as old emotions, forgotten wounds, and inherited emotional patterns come to the surface. But this too is part of the purification process. Emotions, when understood and integrated, become fuel for creating a reality more aligned with divine purpose. Furthermore, the love that manifests at this elevated state of consciousness does not depend on external validation. It is born from within, from the recognition that to love is to become a channel of the source itself. And when this love is directed toward oneself, toward others, and toward the Creator in sincere devotion, it heals, attracts, and transforms. The chosen one begins to radiate a silent magnetism, capable of touching and inspiring all who cross their path. The letter M and the crescent moon are not merely marks of destiny. They are engravings in the flesh, reminders that love is the greatest gift. One who loves with truth, with presence, and with integrity fulfills one of the most sacred missions on this plane, to remind the world of its divine essence. After the conscious activation of the spiritual marks, the letter M and the crescent moon, and the alignment with purified and loving emotions, a new doorway opens. The real capacity to co-create one's own reality in harmony with the divine purpose that dwells within every chosen one. At this stage, the internal vibration aligns with the vibration of the universe, and what once seemed impossible begins to unfold with astonishing synchronicity. Manifestation is not merely about desiring something and waiting for it to appear. It is about living in a state of presence and intentionality. where thoughts, emotions, and actions move in unison. When the inner energy becomes coherent, external paths open. What was once a dream begins to draw near. Opportunities arise, the right connections arrive, the right timing reveals itself. This is the point at which many realize that the signs on their hands were never random. The letter M and the crescent moon, now activated and understood, act as catalysts between the invisible and visible realms, between spiritual essence and material manifestation. They function as seals that identify not only who the chosen one is, but also what they came to accomplish. Every clear intention, every gesture aligned with the soul becomes a solid step toward the mission. It may be a project, an idea, an act of service, or a word spoken at the exact right time. Everything begins to take on a greater meaning, and the purpose once vague begins to reveal itself with clarity. However, it is important to remember, manifestation is not magic, it is responsibility. The universe responds to the frequency of truth. And those who carry these marks also carry a calling to transform life into an expression of the divine. When that awareness is embraced, reality ceases to be a matter of chance and becomes a sacred creation, shaped day by day by the hands of one who knows they were sent to leave a mark on the world. You did not arrive here by accident. Something deep within you recognized the truth behind every word, felt the hidden vibration in each revelation, and understood even in silence that this is not just another piece of content, but a direct calling to your spirit. The letter M and the crescent moon in your hands are not spiritual ornaments or curious details of your body. They are divine imprints carrying codes, messages, and memories of a purpose that predates your birth. They are physical reminders that you were set apart, chosen, and prepared for a time such as this. Now you understand why you never fit in. Now you realize why the world always felt too small for your dreams, and why your sensitivity has always been so intense. You were born with marks because you were sealed with a mission, and that mission is clear: to awaken, to align with your essence, and to become an instrument of transformation in this world. But knowing who you are is not enough. You must live as someone who knows. You must move with spiritual authority, with vibrational intention, and with unshakable faith. The universe is already whispering in your favor. Now is your turn to respond. Subscribe to this channel if you want to keep receiving messages that not only inform, but awaken. Here, we speak the language of the soul, reveal secrets long kept by time, and strengthen those who know they do not belong to the system, but were sent to renew it. And if this message resonated with your soul, comment below. I accept my calling. This simple act is an energetic decree, a signal to the universe that you are ready to live your truth. Remember, awakening does not happen collectively by convenience, but by destiny, and you are a vital part of this new era. The time for hiding is over. The time to live as a chosen one is now. I'll see you in the next revelation. Until then, walk as one who carries light, because that's exactly what you are.